Wait for the Lord. Be strong and let your heart take courage. Wait for the Lord. Waiting is one of those things that sounds simple until you actually have to do it. Most of us don't mind movement. Even hard movement feels better than standing still. But waiting? That's where things start to get uncomfortable. Because waiting usually means you don't have control over the timing. You don't know exactly when something is going to change. You don't know how it's going to play out. You're just in between. And this verse speaks right into that space. Wait for the Lord. Not just wait in general. Wait for Him. That's different. Because it means you're not just sitting around hoping things work out. You're trusting that God is doing something, even if you can't see it yet. And then it says, be strong and let your heart take courage, which tells you something important. Waiting isn't passive. It takes strength. It takes courage not to rush ahead and try to force things. It takes strength to not give in to anxiety when nothing seems to be moving. It takes courage to stay steady when you don't have clear answers. You ever been riding and had to slow way down for a stretch? Maybe the road narrows. Maybe there's debris. Maybe visibility isn't great. You know you could try to push through faster, but something tells you it's better to hold back for a minute. And that can feel frustrating. You want momentum. You want progress. But forcing it in that moment would actually set you back, or worse. And that's what waiting can feel like. You're ready to move, but something is holding you in place. And the instinct is to push past it. But this verse is saying, don't rush it. Wait for the Lord. Trust His timing, even when it doesn't match yours. And notice, it repeats it. Wait for the Lord. That repetition actually matters, because we tend to hear it once and then move on. But real waiting isn't a one-time decision. It's something you come back to again and again. Every time your mind starts racing, every time you feel that urge to take control, every time you start thinking, maybe I should just make something happen, you come back to it. Wait. Not because nothing is happening, but because you trust that God is working in ways you can't see yet. And that's where the strength comes in, because you're choosing trust over control. So when this shows up in everyday life, it's often in those in-between seasons, when you're waiting on direction, waiting on clarity, waiting on something to shift that hasn't shifted yet. And instead of filling that space with panic or forced action, you hold steady. You keep moving where you can, but you don't run ahead of God. Be strong and let your heart take courage. Not because you have all the answers, but because you know who you're waiting on. And that makes all the difference. Wait for the Lord. Sometimes that's not the easiest path, but it's the one that keeps you aligned, even when you can't yet see where it's leading. Thank you for joining me here today. I hope you're having a blessed and prosperous week, and I hope to see you here tomorrow. And until then, Abba willing, Shalom, Shalom.